this, radio drop this. Hot shit, just watch this. I fucking promise. So lit, do not miss your chance to cop this. Will you capture it or just let it slip? Oh, they say I wanna be in cause my rap is tight. But really, they just give a fuck that I ain't black and white. I'm not anyone else, man, I'm one of a kind. So sit back, relax, and listen one more time. I said I got this, none of this radio pop shit. I dropped this, turning back the clock to rock shit. I cop it, said knock knock, I'm on this. I'm hot bitch, like a hot bitch, the top lit. And I got this, none of this radio pop shit. I dropped this, turning back the clock to rock shit. I cop it, said knock knock, I'm on this. I'm hot bitch, like a hot bitch, the top lit. I love the girls that fuck with my music. Getting referrals from the girls, love to booze it. Party and lose it, that's the life I'm choosing. Not losing, that's my 2 cents, so use it. You know I'm back, as a matter of fact. I'm better than ever, never been better. I know that I wrote that. Sipping on some coke and no jack. Quit staring, bitch, and take a pic. Kodak, I threaten the game, cause money and fame, they don't affect my brain. It's fucking all the same. I'm sick of hearing about these Insta names with Insta fame. Take a pic, sick, you're lame. A quick fix to shame. You lick dick for fame. A thick chick is slain. A chick picked to lane. I think I've gone insane. I think I've lost my brain. And honestly, I'm a motherfucking novelty. I said I got this, none of this radio pop shit. I dropped this, turning back the clock to rock shit. I cop it, said knock knock, I'm on this. I'm hot bitch, like a hot bitch, the top lit. And I got this, none of this radio pop shit. I dropped this, turning back the clock to rock shit. I cop it, said knock knock, I'm on this. I'm hot bitch, like a hot bitch, the top lit.
Liberty, Freedom, Whiskey Podcast. 2 guys unfiltered, unedited, extremely opinionated, drinking whiskey.
What could go wrong?
Be warned, they don't care about your feelings. Just freedom and liberty, and of course, whiskey.
Welcome.
Oh, okay. We're live. All right.
We are now. We have our one person in here. That would be our
Mel.
biggest fan, Mel.
She's my favorite fan. Kind of biased.
Well, welcome back to our normal Saturday episode. I had some more people pop in. There we go. Well, welcome to Liberty Freedom Whiskey Podcast. We're going to get the housekeeping out of the way. Like and subscribe. Hit the little bells. You'll know when we do go live. If you're listening on audio only, you're on Apple, give us a 5-star, write us a review. Speaking of that, we did get some reviews, so I'm going to read what they said.
And we love new friends, y'all.
Here we go. This first one is from Miss Emma, either Heismel or Heismel. I'm not sure. Excuse me if I'm mispronouncing it. Anyway, she writes that this is her favorite podcast, 5 stars. Woo-hoo. And I look forward to every time I see a new episode is available. Thank you for sharing the truth and not worrying what anyone else has to say. I love listening to your insight, and thanks for doing this show and making me laugh out loud. Hello, perfectly dysfunctional. Also, we have one that says more whiskey from a Brian Rogers. It says, love this show, and now my wife is listening to it, and she says it's just like being in the car with me. We are behind enemy lines in SoCal, Southern California. We need to get you some whiskey samples and get a little broader on the whiskey journey. Send us an email, and I'll send you an address where you can email some whiskey samples. Unfortunately, old Holster, he can't sample no whiskeys right now because he's working all the time. He's at work, and he has to drive home, and we don't want him getting any DWIs.
Yeah, they're not fun. They're kind of expensive.
Yeah, you get in trouble for it, for sure.
No, that ain't against law, is it?
Shit, look at that. It's Jersey.
Holy shit.
She's coming back. She's coming back.
She's running over there to say hi to Bam.
Yeah, she came back. Hey, Jersey. If y'all not watching live, that was a little rat running across the screen. Our rat's name is Jersey because she likes
My daughter likes to rat me out.
She
Your
likes
mama.
to say stuff about it. Just becoming a local, regular part of the podcast. Since we got the housekeeping out of the way, we'll start off this night talking about the Freedom Convoy.
Absolutely. These guys up in Canada are doing God's work. They're hardworking patriots, and they're tired of being stepped on. I don't blame them at all. I wish I was closer. It's a little cold up there for me.
I do have a video to help us out a little bit.
That continues in Canada. Let's get a little bit more updates. And we also have Fox 2's Charlie Langford with the very latest right now. And
I don't think he's related. Charlie Lightfoot is not related to
He's a little light-skinned.
You're in the midst of the protesters as we speak.
You're right. Like, I am in the midst of the protesters here in Windsor. You can see over my shoulder here, this is the entrance to the Ambassador Bridge, which in the United States, this is the largest crossing for
Looks really
commerce
cold there.
in North America, Detroit and Windsor. So I'm on the Windsor side. So all the people here, not all the people, but these are they're truckers, and not just truckers though. There's construction workers, there's bartenders, there's supporters like this guy who's been here. And I tell you what, this is about the third day or so that you've been here.
Yes, this is the fourth day.
Explain to me why you guys are, some would argue, clogging up the biggest commerce bridge in North America.
Well, today, this is the fourth day. We're at the Ambassador Bridge, and we're only clogging the Ambassador Bridge. We want nothing to do with the tunnel, okay? We're not here to stop Americans from going back into America. We're here to send a message, and that message is freedom. We feel like we're being regulated too much. We don't have freedom. We have an ultimatum. It's you either do this or do that, and you lose your job. We don't want that. We want our rights back.
We want our rights back too.
To the people
Don't take
that
them
may
away.
be watching right now that are saying, you know what, factories in Detroit are closing. General Motors are.
All right, it's a long video. We're going to stop and talk a little bit.
Well, good. The factories are closed, and maybe those CEOs will call the White House and tell them that they need to call up there. And matter of fact, the White House already said that they're in contact with the higher-ups in Canada, trying to get them motivated. Unfortunately, they want them motivated to be removed, not to lower the guidelines, which is ridiculous.
Well, like I said before, I'm not against vaccines. I'm against mandates.
No, you like to go out on mandates.
That would be you.
It's raining men.
You forget who you're dealing with and talking to. But they're basically, I believe Canada's like really like stringent on this crap, and that's what they're fighting against. And I know it's putting a strain on other things with them having stuff locked down. But hey, they're standing up for what they believe in, and all these people. They had some CNN had reported that some representative or something, of course it was a Democrat, said they ought to go over there and slash all the truck tires and take their gas, stuff like that. So now we got
So you want to
a
bring
politician
violence
that wants to go over there and do violence. Yeah, exactly.
And
Against
not only that, you start doing that and vandalizing these trucks and stuff like that, you're going to get every trucker in the North American hemisphere to start rolling that way.
And they're complaining they're shutting the roads and all that stuff down. Oh, people can't do it. Well, didn't that happen like a little over a year ago and stuff in certain parts of the United States, and it was just fine and dandy?
Yep, they even burned, looted, and murdered.
Yeah, they were burning shit down. These people ain't destroying anything.
They robbed a KFC for some fried chicken.
So here we go.
Cutting shifts. What do you say to those people that arguably you're hurting?
Well, I mean, we've been hurting for 2.5 years. It's the 4th day. What's 4 days to 2.5 years? Please tell me.
We're also hearing that the mayor here in Windsor is trying to get an injunction to have the police, the Canadian equivalent of the National Guard, come here and move these trucks out of the way to clear a path through the Ambassador Bridge. What do you say if that happens?
Well, I'll tell you what, from my experience here, from 4 days being here, I know that we're going to stand tall, we're going to stay here, and we're not going anywhere until the mandates are lifted.
What's so bad about a vaccine mandate? Some people would say it saves lives.
Well, it's not that. It's the I want to have a freedom of choice. I want to do this with my body. I don't want to do that with my body. The government can't tell me to put something into my body. I have human rights. I was born with human rights, and I'd like those rights back.
What's the end game? I kind of asked that before, but when will this be over?
Well, as soon as I lift up the mandates, there will be no more obstruction of the border, and we're good to go. We're going to lift, once you lift all mandates, we're leave.
I should say that a lot of people that I've talked to, I appreciate that, by the way, a lot of people are truckers, so they sleep in their truck. They do bring their...
I can see Holster right now. He's trying to figure out where he can go to order that T-shirt. I can see it in your head. Hello, Marilyn.
You ain't wrong.
I know him too well. He's thinking, where can I go to buy that T-shirt?
Kids, you can see here, Matt, if you can get a little copy over here, people have been playing. There are kids here, families here.
Yeah, they had an issue on their stuff.
Well, it's important to me because my sister was fired with cause from the hospital. My father's a trucker who's no longer allowed to cross the border. My mother works for the school board.
That is one hell of a mustache. That's all I got to say.
My family's not working right now. It's very upsetting to me.
But is that because of the mandates of the Canadian government?
Yes. They didn't want to get vaccinated, so they were forced to...
Yeah, it's a very long video. We get the gist of it. I don't know how y'all feel about it. I mean, good for them. Bam showed me a thing on Facebook today.
That's the link to go buy a T-shirt.
Oh, you found it? Told y'all he was gonna do that. I don't know where it went.
Who, Bam?
She sent me a link today. I don't know where it went to on here.
So
talking about the possibly they talking about doing some kind of trucker protest here, trying to like tell people, hey, go California to DC or something. I'm not sure,
right?
But to go stock up on your water and food now before they decide to do it. So I don't know how true it is. It is Facebook, so there's no telling how true that is at all.
But you know, the thing is they've got that injunction, like they talked about, telling them to remove themselves. They dispatched the SWAT team, the police department, and everything like that. They basically walked over there, made sure they were all doing peaceful stuff, and said, "We don't have the manpower," and decided to, because they now face a $10,000 fine and possible jail time if they don't leave. And the police department has flat out said they don't have the manpower to go up against thousands of people. They've got, maybe a few hundred police officers. So rather than try and start a riot, they just kind of stepped aside. Hey, Sarah.
So anyway, I'm a supporter of the truckers.
Absolutely. Freedom all the way.
For sure. He just went and looked up the link to, he probably ordered him a T-shirt already. Just make sure it's on his own account. And we'll go to the next story, which is I got two different videos to watch on that. If y'all don't know about the all the mess going on in the Ukraine right now, and it's kind of a little scary because when we're going to watch a little thing, a video where basically Putin over there said, y'all fuck around, don't make me use a nuclear option. And it's just coming out of his own mouth. So let's check it out.
As tensions escalate in the Ukraine-Russian border, US President Joe Biden and Russian President Vladimir Putin will speak over the phone on Saturday. The conversation is happening at the request of Washington, Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry Peskov said. A White House official meanwhile said on Friday that the call was first proposed by Russia. They will be speaking Saturday morning. Russia proposed a call on Monday. We counter-proposed Saturday and they accepted, the US official said. Russia said the request was preceded by a letter from the US side. Amid the tensions, the US has asked its non-essential staff from diplomatic missions in Ukraine to leave the country, even as Russia continues to deny that it will invade the country. Following a meeting with French President Emmanuel Macron earlier this week, Putin said, "Do you understand it or not that if Ukraine joins NATO and attempts to bring Crimea back by military means, the European countries will be automatically pulled into a war conflict with Russia?" Putin said, "Of course, Russia and NATO potentials are incomparable. We understand it." But he added, "But we also understand that Russia is one of the leading nuclear states. There will be no winners, and you will be pulled into this conflict against your will. You won't even have time to blink your eye when you execute Article 5, he said in reference to the collective defense article of NATO's membership. He also said, "President Macron, of course, doesn't want this, and I don't want it, which is why he is here, torturing."
That's the end of that. Well, y'all heard it right there. I mean, I listened to him say it. Of course, it's in Russian, so I had to read it. But that is what he said. I mean, so basically he's saying, hey, y'all, stay out of our business. There's a good chance to be a nuclear war. Nobody's going to win, which no one would win.
And he's a man of his word. Like him or not, you know, some people don't like communists and shit like that. I'll tell you, honestly, the man, when he says he's going to do something, he don't bullshit. He don't pussyfoot around. If he's already to that point to where he feels he needs to retaliate immediately with nuclear power and he's got his heart set on it, that would explain why Biden just pulled anybody we have out of Ukraine. You know, I think, what is this, the third time that
they done told the Americans that aren't military and stuff to, like, basically get the hell out of there.
Yeah, I was reading a story earlier where I guess Florida's National Guard had some guys deployed to the Ukraine and they just pulled them out.
I don't think we need to go over there and do anything. Ukraine is not a strategic location for us. They don't have they don't have anything oil, stuff like that. And the only reason that Russia and China are doing the shit they're doing is because of the weak president we do have. I got another video with our sniffer in chief on it.
Do you think that President Putin will authorize an invasion of Ukraine before the end of the winter? And what is your message to the roughly 30,000 Americans who are currently in Ukraine? Do you think that they should leave the country?
Her stomach's a little swelled up. I think she needs to do some Putin to get it together.
I don't know that he's even made it. I don't know that he knows what he's going to do. And I think he has to realize that it would be a gigantic mistake for him to move.
Oh, they're scared of you, Joe.
The impact on Europe and the rest of the world would be devastating, and he would pay a heavy price. I have been very, very straightforward and blunt with
He's not scared of you, Joe.
Both on the phone and in person. We will impose the most severe sanctions that have ever been imposed, economic sanctions, and there will be a lot to pay for that. Down the road. It will affect others as well. It will affect us somewhat. It will affect Europeans.
Oh, you're already affecting us with
impact
the
on
sanctions
his economy.
you put on the oil pipeline.
And
shut it down.
I don't know. I know that he's in a position now to be able to invade, almost assuming that the ground is frozen above Kyiv. He has the capacity to do that. What he's going to do, I don't know. And I don't think anybody knows but him.
Saying shit.
Yeah. The Americans who are currently in Ukraine, should they leave the country?
I think it'd be wise to leave the country. I'm talking about our diplomatic corps. I'm talking about Americans who are there. I hate to see them get caught in a crossfire if in fact they did invade. And there's no need for that.
Anyway, you can You're right, Melissa. He's destroying his country from the inside out. That's because he belongs to the Chinese and everything.
Yeah, I mean, when you're the president of the United States, you don't have to fear shit because you can go down to the nuclear fallout shelter that's underneath the White House, But the rest of us, yeah, we're fucked.
Yeah, vaporized dust.
Yep.
And I told him, I told him right here next to me, right there. Told him. He says, "Oh, if I hear about it," because he stays up all the time late, and he said, "I'm gonna call and wake you up if I hear the nuclear bombs." I said, "Motherfucker, don't call. I just want to be vaporized while I'm sleeping. Don't wake me up. I don't want to feel it coming."
Nope, we're gonna suffer together.
I said, "I don't want to know. Don't do it."
Bam's gonna be like, "Whole stare is calling you. Wake up."
Well, on this note right here. After all this Ukraine stuff, which I hope we stay out of it. I mean,
yeah, for once, can America just mind their own fucking business?
We're not in a position right now to play world police or babysitter to everybody else. We need to take care of our own shit right now because our own shit's falling apart.
And they're pussifying the system.
Well, nobody's scared of us right now because of this. Like I said, this so-called president we have. But speaking of that, I've recently, yesterday I did have the opportunity to do a phone call interview. Holster over here, he has not heard this interview yet, but I got the interview. I interviewed Joe Biden on the telephone.
Really?
Yes, it took me a while to get him on the phone. It took a lot of talking stuff, but I pre-recorded it, so we'll go ahead and listen to it.
All right, go ahead.
We got a special guest today calling in. Took us a little while to work it in, but we do. We got President Joe Biden's going to be calling in, so we're going to try to be nice, cause, probably nobody that listens to me voted for him. We're going to try to be nice. So let's give the White House a call here, and we can try to get Biden on the phone here. Hello. Thanks for picking up, President Biden. How's everything going at the White House there? We know it's a real hard, busy job. So how's it going over there at the White House?
To rock around, that's right, on time is tricky.
Oh, I'm sure it's very, very tricky over there, especially, got to watch all that poop in the hallways and stuff for them dogs, right? Dogs pooping in the hallway and stuff like that. Now, I'm hoping, since old Jan Psaki, your sock puppet there, Peppermint Patty, she's always wanting to circle back to everything. I hope you don't try to circle back to any questions I'm going to ask you today.
Round and round, what comes around goes around.
No, President Biden, just because you changed the wording don't mean it's the same thing. Circle back and round are the same thing. So let's try to avoid that. Okay? So my first question for you is going to be, with all the illegal people you're just allowing to come across the borders freely, since we don't even have borders anymore, thanks to you, where do you plan on having all these illegal people living? It's a lot of people coming in. We just want to know where you can have them live at.
Welcome to the Hotel California.
Amen.
Oh, okay. Well, that solves a lot of problems. I was wondering about. They're going to go live in a hotel in California. Well, that's good because Californians love all the illegals. So we'll just send all the illegals to California, and they can stay at the Hotel California. I'm glad you cleared that up for us because some of us kind of worried we're going to get overpopulated with a lot of people. We can't even understand what they're talking about. So we appreciate that. If we're going to move on to the next question. With all the, do you have any idea when you may start up and releasing all these mandates and masking and all this stuff like that? Because a lot of American people just want to know. Yes, we do. We do want our freedoms back, and we would appreciate if you'd stop putting all these just stupid lockdowns on us and stuff like that. So what you're saying to me is you don't know when or if you're going to give us our freedom back, right?
You be illin'.
There's no reason to be rude, President Biden. I'm not illin'. I'm doing quite well, thank you. And I'm unvaccinated, and I'm not illin', so I'm feeling well. Don't be rude about it. Other things with with inflation, out of control and prices on everything, and just the economy in a very large shit show. You have any words for the people, or what you may do to help all people that are struggling when all these prices going through the roof and everything else like that? If you can tell the American people what are you doing about it? Well, thank you for letting us all know you have our money, which we do know you have all our money because you take it out in taxes. And so we won't, since you told us not to worry, we just won't worry. You just keep spending it, and we'll keep making it. We appreciate that. I'm sure that helps the American people out a lot. Thanks for letting us know that. So, your numbers are just totally down. I mean, your approval rating is in the shitter. I mean, actually, it's lower than that. The turds in the shitter are floating above your approval rating right now, Mr. Biden. So, how do you feel that your presidency is going so far? Well, that is the first true answer you've given us right now, because you are free falling without a parachute on. That's how your presidency's going. So at least you got that part right anyway for once. We're gonna. A lot of people are questioning your cognitive skills, your memory, and I don't know, just acting like you got dementia or something like that. What do you have to say about that?
A long, long time ago, I can still remember.
Oh, well, I'm glad you could remember a long time ago. Well, we need you to remember right now, because Russia and all this other crazy shit going on, and it's got people really, really worried.
Woo! Y'all gonna make me lose my mind. Up in here, up in here.
No, so we're going to make you lose your mind. Okay, I understand. Like, you're not doing that all on your own. And you do realize that people are just really, really, really worried, and it's a lot of people's minds.
People talk about me, baby. Say I'm doing you wrong, doing you wrong.
Yeah, a lot of people are talking, thinking you're doing this wrong, Mr. Biden. That is true. People are making up nicknames about you. That's not your name and stuff like that. Because, I mean, you're just basically destroying this whole country. And, people do think you're doing this wrong.
Some people call me the space cowboy. Yeah.
Yeah, well, they may be calling you Space Cowboy. They also have other names for you, too. But you probably don't remember that. Let's just move on from this. Not going to beat the dead horse on it, because you're probably not going to give us the correct answer anyway. Let's talk about an older incident when you fell up the stairs. And Jen Lionsaki said that the wind, it was a big gust of wind that knocked you down to make you fall up the stairs. Could you imagine, we all know that that's a bold-faced lie. Would you like to try to maybe tell us the truth on it? Tell us what happened?
I'm shaking at the knees.
Oh, well, I appreciate it. I'm glad your knees went out on you. Well, that's more realistic, because you're old as dirt, and we can understand that your knees went out. So thank you for at least telling the truth on that one thing. Your handlers are probably having a fit right now that you actually told the truth on that. The next thing we want to talk about is I want to ask you is what made you want to pick Camel Toe Harris as your vice president? Because I was just curious that because obviously I seen debates and stuff like that where, she obviously didn't like you didn't like her. She called you a racist and all that stuff. So why did you pick her as your vice president?
That's what you got, mate.
Me so horny.
Oh, well, hold on, Joe. We don't need you, don't need to know how you're feeling about her like that. That was quite disturbing. Quite disturbing. And, it's very upsetting to me right now. I'm almost having flashbacks, and I think I threw up in my mouth a little bit. No, we're almost done. I know you're a tired man and it's past your bedtime and stuff like that, so we're almost done. And it's got another question, so we're almost done, okay?
My brain's dead weight. I'm trying to get my head straight, but I can't figure out which Spice Girl I want to impregnate.
Joe, please. We're not going to talk about impregnating Spice Girls. They broke up anyway. It's a long time ago. You probably don't remember. You probably think they're still together. But let's just keep it down just for a minute. We're just about done. One more question. What do you think about the upcoming Super Bowl? You got any picks or anything like that? What do you think about the upcoming Super Bowl, President Biden? Well, you didn't give us who you were betting on, but obviously the president's a betting man. He's got 5 on it. I don't know if it's $5 or 5 G's, but he does have 5 on it. So we appreciate you coming on and talking to me, the Iceman, and stuff like that. And I'm sure all my listeners and Clubhouse members here appreciate it because they got a better outlook on how you are. And so thanks for coming on, and let's go, Brandon.
Let's go, Brandon.
I agree.
All right, everybody. We disconnected the call. Hope y'all enjoyed that, and I hope it was informative for y'all.
You're an asshole.
Let's thank them. All right. I'm out. I'm an asshole.
You're an asshole because I have ADD, and the only way I control it's with music. So, like, now I want to listen to the full version of every one of those songs.
How long it took me to put that together?
I'm like sitting there trying to sing them all, like, hell yeah.
It took me hours to do that. And hours.
Y'all, when he called me and told me he was doing an interview, I said, I swear to God, if you're sitting for 10 minutes playing with them sock puppets, we're going to have issues. He informed me it was not sock puppets.
What made me think of that is when in this area where the radio station a long time ago, they called them Tiger Bites, and they would do something to the football games, and they would use different song lyrics, like they were interviewing different coaches and stuff. And I said, well, I'm going to try to do that. So after several hours of downloading music and taking little sound bites out of it, and then putting it down and talking and adding it to it and stuff like that, yeah, after probably about 4 hours, I got it all done.
Jesus.
For 10 minutes worth. So I hope y'all enjoyed it. I thought it was funny.
T-shirt's on its way.
Oh, you done ordered your T-shirt?
Yeah.
That don't surprise me. Would you like to read the
new hire?
No, the drunk people. Because I'm gonna tell you what, Disney's just lit.
Yeah, give me a second.
I mean, for being the happiest place on earth or whatever they call it, I mean, it seems pretty damn dangerous to go over there from all the crap I'm reading.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, technically it's not inside of Disney. It's what they consider downtown Disney. They now changed it. Regardless, let's jump into it. Drunk guest takes off clothes and brawl at Disney Springs. Slips on vomit into bushes during fight. In an ongoing series of recent events at Walt Disney World, police arrest 2 drunk guests on multiple charges. The arrest report reads like the plot of a Jersey Shore episode. 2 sisters from New Jersey get into a drunken naked fight. Only it didn't happen in the Garden State. It took place at Disney Springs. Wait, it was two chicks? We got video? The two women, aged 29 and 31, were vacationing with their family in Orlando. That night, the sisters ate at the steakhouse and seemed to be having an enjoyable evening at first. Even if they were 30 minutes late to their reservation, they got drinks at an Irish restaurant before they went. Then the problem began. Small at first, when they tried to go back to their hotel off Disney property, their phone died. Disney security helped them call an Uber. And a commercial just made me lose my place. Yep, the Uber driver refused to take them as he worried they were too drunk. The woman argued while waiting on a taxi, and their night unraveled. The older sister called the younger sister a bad mom and slapped her. The younger sister threatened to punch her in return. It was late, around 12:40 a.m., when the Orlando County Sheriff's Office got dispatched about the fight happening at Disney Springs. The younger sister was screaming and crying when they arrived near Cirque du Soleil. Sorry, I've got hiccups. She wore only her underwear and sandals. Deputies assisted her with putting on a blue jean jacket since she was not wearing any clothes, the sheriff said. The deputies soon learned the story of what happened. A Disney security manager witnessed nearly everything during the October 26th brawl. The sheriff office did not release the report until this week, months later. Wow. I don't think I need to keep reading that, right? But y'all been tagging along. We've been covering all these fights at damn Disney.
Yeah, I mean, we had one recently outside of, I think it's the California one, but it was right outside of the Toy Story one. Somebody come out and they were upset because somebody was touching somebody else's Woody inside of it. And
So he hit him upside the head, and he got a buzz. Jesus.
But they were in beating the hell out of. Well, they had recently. They had a dude beating the hell out of a girl in there and shit. And everybody just, instead of helping and breaking this up and stopping it, what is everybody doing? Sitting around with their cell phones out.
Hell yeah. Beat it. Beat it.
Oh, I thought that was that new song on Pornhub.
Yeah, it should be. That'd be hilarious.
So, if you go to Disney, be really careful because it's getting dangerous. I mean,
yeah, motherfuckers don't talk about it. They be about it at Disney World, the home of the OG gangsta mouse. Shit.
Instead of with that Pluto, they got Snoop punching a dog or something.
Hey, fun fact. What is the only words that Pluto has ever uttered?
I don't know. Ruh-roh Shaggy.
That's
Scooby-Doo.
Yeah. First off, Pluto's only words were "I love you," and there you know.
God, why would you even know that? I mean, that's some useless information right there. Why would you waste your mind on that?
Yeah, but I can't tell you the name of the. Well, no, I can tell you the name of the people who just left. They're pretty cool. But no, my head is full of useless shit.
Obviously.
That's what happens when you have ADD and you're like, I wonder.
I'm just gonna Google what did Pluto have to say?
Yeah.
On to more important stuff.
We talking about the new hire? Or we talking about something else?
No, not yet. Calm down.
I'm so eager. He's one of my people.
Down. I know. I think he's your cousin or something. No, Representative Cori Bush is
Ain't that a race car driver?
No, it's the representative. She is still not backing down on a defund the police slogan. She's a Democrat out of, was that Missouri or something like that? Or Montana, I don't know. Says she's not going to stop using the slogan defund the police ahead of this fall's midterms, even though some of her colleagues have asked her to stop doing it because it is hurting them in the polls. Why does it matter? Progressives and that slogan specifically were blamed for Democratic losses in 2020. The 2022 midterms are even more challenging yet, and Bush said during an hour-long conversation with black reporters that she's sticking to her activist roots.
Dumbass.
I always tell fellow Democrats, if you all had fixed this before I got here, I wouldn't have to say these things, she said. We didn't know you were coming, or I'm sure they would have took care of it. Like, look, Cora's coming. Y'all get this shit cleaned up.
Anybody still using that slogan's a fucking moron.
Yeah, she acknowledged her party needs to do a better job of explaining exactly what it means with its call to shift some law enforcement money to preemptive social services. It's not going to work. Bad guys going to be bad guys.
Man, I tell you what, we as police officers get our asses kicked responding to these calls. And you want some little 90-pound-year-old, or 90-pound woman or something going, now tell me what you guys are disagreeing over.
Tell me what is hurting your feelings.
Right.
If the Democrats lose their House majority this November, Bush says she'll blame their inability to pass crucial pieces of legislation upon which members campaigned for a year ago. So she's going to blame it on other people.
Well, that's the way they always do it. You pass the blame.
Oh, I know. Defund the police is not the problem, she added. We dangled a carrot in front of people's faces and said, we can get it done, that Democrats deliver, when we haven't totally delivered. The only thing Democrats have been delivering is more welfare state and victimhood to people. That's all they're delivering. Because they're not delivering the oil. They're not delivering anything else, inflation, everything up. If the Republicans take the majority, it's just done as far as trying to get this legislation across. Progressives are always viewed by moderates as a thorn in the side of the larger party, and Democrats are already starting at a difficult election cycle, staring at it. The last thing the party needs is internal division about a slogan Republicans love to use against it, because it's the most asinine slogan ever. Anyway, she keeps going on and on because she likes to hear herself talk. I'm not going to read the entire thing. But anyway, the reason all these other Democrats stopped using that slogan because they realized it was stupid, because in these big blue cities where they have defunded the police or cut them back, San Francisco, Chicago, Portland, New York, how's that working out for them? Go watch the news. Go see how that's working out for them.
Hell, we actually covered on the other podcast. They're like our stars.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they just give so much content. I got a story I just pulled up recently. It'll be on the other one. I mean, another Hamburglar. I mean, I'm telling you, I think if you want to join Gang McCrew, you have to go steal hamburger meat or something. So it's ridiculous. But I mean, Al Sharpton was just bitching even about it in San Diego or San Francisco and stuff like that, where they you go in a store and they have the toothpaste and fucking candy and shit behind fiberglass little things they have to unlock to get it out, because they keep stealing everything. When you got to lock down the Crest with fluoride, they need to make some Crest with chlorine in it and take care of some of these people. But it's like, look, this stuff will really make your teeth white.
Don't give these dumbasses more ideas.
So, but yeah, it's fucking. And she's like, I'm not gonna stop saying it. I'm gonna keep talking about it because I want all the policemen gone because they's bad. We don't need them. This is just 2 weeks ago. Her car was shot up in a drive-by. But she's still hollering about it. That's how stupid this woman is right here. That's
hey, they missed. Damn it.
Well, me and you were talking about that off personally today. You know, somebody's got a 100-round drum magazine on their Glock and empties it, and the only thing, unfortunately, the only thing they hit was a 2-year-old.
Right.
I told him, I said, if one of them gangsters come, I'm just gonna stand still, because directly in front of them is the safest place to be.
Got the modified gangster.
So.
All right.
All right, I know you're dying to do it. Let me pull the video up.
Oh, I thought. Okay.
You want to talk about your new hire?
Yeah.
The new hires. Let's see which one I got. 6, 7, 8. All right. Holstairs new hire. This is his cousin. If y'all didn't know, his cousin just got hired on as so was it the nuclear disposal,
Nuclear waste, yeah.
nuclear waste czar or whatever. This person's responsible for just overseeing all the nuclear disposal waste. Like, you know, it's a pretty important
I
job
think he put
because
some of it in his fucking coffee.
I mean, it's an important job. You don't want these terrorists and shit getting a hold of nuclear stuff like that. This is the person that the Biden administration just hired. You know, hope you're sitting down because you're going to fall down when you see this shit.
Say what you want about him, but this guy gets stuff done. All of it is ridiculous and completely insane, but it's getting done nonetheless. Be it giving crack pipes to black people to cure racism somehow.
Yeah, we didn't do the whole story, but yeah, yeah, $30 million to buy crack pipes, and they done tried to circle back on that one and go round and round because, oh, no, it's not crack pipes. It's
Joe is moving for a crack pipe that is supposed to be safer for you to use.
More hygienic. Hunter tried them all out ahead of time, and they worked great.
It's got Biden's signature down the side of it.
It's signed Hunter Biden, HB on it.
Yeah.
Sending Kamala Harris overseas to suck Putin's dick so he doesn't invade Ukraine. You can't knock the guy for actually doing stuff. And also, Biden is a guy who hires on pure competence.
That is Garth from Wayne's World's mama. So
there's no pandering with this guy, none whatsoever. Everything is just looking at qualifications, achievements, and career path, and using that raw data to make the decision as it should be. This is a guy who said his ludicrous $2 trillion spending bill wouldn't cost anyone anything, and that money is magical and grows on trees. And if you spend $2 trillion...
just like unicorn farts are delicious.
On stupid shit, you can cure inflation. So I think we have established Joe Biden as the one true genius on this planet, who only makes perfect decisions and everything he does is beyond reproach. So it should come as no surprise when I introduce...
That right there is the new nuclear waste disposal. That's a dude.
It ain't popped up yet. I'm still on the smart guy.
It's a dude. Y'all gonna see it.
Sam Brinton, one of the Biden administration's latest hires to the Department of Energy.
Yep,
Sam is a supposed expert in nuclear waste, which I'm sure...
Sam Brinton.
Yep.
Little backstory on him. I went and read some stuff. He's got shit on YouTube and the internet back from 15 years ago. He claims, which it could be true. I don't know. I wasn't there. He claims that his father, when he came out the closet, I don't know how old he was, and says, "Daddy, I like sucking dick." He's like, Dad's like, "No," and sends him to one of them
Dad was like,
what was it called? Reaffirmment camps, where they try to reprogram your brain not to be gay, which is stupid. You can't do that.
They ungay you.
Yeah, people are either gay or gay. My son's gay. I don't care. He don't act like this fucking fool.
This guy takes it to an extreme that is like...
This guy is like out the box, like, you'll see in a minute, but, you know, I don't care that somebody's gay. This guy is, he put the gay in gay.
So, yeah, let me...
Go ahead.
Are you still playing that video?
No, I paused it. Go ahead.
Okay. So I want to read over this. This is just some stuff about him. New Biden nuclear hire is drag queen who wears stilettos to work, discusses sex with animals, and calls NIH chief, which is Fauci, calls him Daddy Fauci. A recent high-level hire at the Department of Energy's Office of Nuclear Energy is a drag queen, LGBTQ+ activist who has lectured on kink, and there's actually photos of him in a gimp suit with the big red ball in his mouth at college campuses, and participates in interviews about fetish role play. In one interview, Sam Brinton, now a top official, even discussed having sex with animals. Brinton, yeah, so when he was in college, he he's in opposition of the gay conversion therapy. That's what you're talking about.
Excuse me. Somebody said Daddy Fauci.
Daddy Fauci.
I'm right here for you, baby.
Yeah, he's well known for wearing high heel shoes, all the good stuff.
Call me Daddy Fauci.
He is an active member of the Washington, D.C. chapter of Drag Queen Society. That was a picture that the Iceman put up there for you as the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence, which list him as a principal contact in its 2016 and 18 tax forms. During the group's Lavender Mass 2021, Brinton can be seen referring to Anthony Fauci, who was declared a saint, as Daddy Fauci. This guy's
Call me Daddy Fauci.
Wild.
Stop ignoring me. Oh, stare. Daddy Fauci's here for you.
I ain't gonna call you Daddy Fauci. No.
Call me Daddy Fauci.
Papi chulo.
Anyway, finish on the video.
Everything else about him that I want to talk about, as he seems like a true delight. Firstly, he's a gay drag queen who calls COVID weirdo Dr. Fauci Daddy Fauci. The same Fauci who made everyone think standing next to a gay person would give you AIDS in the 80s and was widely lambasted as an idiot by alphabet people back then, of course. So Sam appears to be an idiot, but he's much more than that. He's a completely demented deviant, because of course he is. He is a leftist, so what do you expect? He gives lectures on college campuses, not about nuclear waste, you know, an educational subject, but kink instead. One 2018 lecture this lunatic gave was called The Physics of Kink, and its description on Instagram says it included live demonstrations on tension forces of bondage, thermodynamics of wax play, physics of impact, and circuits of electroplay. This is to kids at college. Why? I genuinely don't understand the liberal mindset where they go, I'm into such real degenerate shit in the bedroom, and instead of going, I'll keep that to myself and the people I do it with, no one needs to know anything about that. Instead they go, I have to brag about how much of a creepy weirdo I am to as many children as I can. It's like they're telling everyone while pretending they are educating children is also a kink somehow, isn't it? I'm sure it's not though, and it's just a coincidence. But wait! There's more! This guy's into something called pup play. Now this is apparently when two insane people come together and the more unhinged one dresses...
You see that up there, right? The guy with no shirt on there with the... That's the guy they just hired. That, yeah.
Yep.
Federal government job over nuclear waste.
That dude has a fucking butt plug tail.
He's got a butt plug tail. He's got a leather dog mask on.
See, and that's the thing is he's in the bestiality, so he bangs that guy. It now looks like a dog.
I wonder if he goes, oh, stop.
In a leather dog gimp suit, and they pretend the gimp is a dog. You know, normal stuff. They're normal people who wear...
Now here he is with three people with leather dog masks on, and he's wearing a dress with high heels. I don't know.
If me and you had any photos of us doing that in public, we could never get a job in public office.
No, well, yeah, you could. It's the Biden administration.
What the Department of Energy do. Not people have got so many free crap pipes of Joe Biden and got so high they've lost all sense of reality. In fact, you're the weird one for not having a dog.
What's that?
That's in a classroom.
Oh, no, that's what they're teaching the kids now.
I swear to God, if I pay $60,000 for my fucking kid to go to school just to wear a dog mask and, bark at this fucking raging individual.
Lunatic.
Gimp suit in your wardrobe. He goes over some more specifics of pup play in an interview, but I'm worried the YouTube algorithm will listen and forever put my channel into some really weird subsections, so I'm just going to read this bit where he gets annoyed with people having a crazy idea that he might want to have sex with animals. How could these bigots have ever got anything like that idea, eh? One of the hardest things about being a handler, I think that's what his role is in it, is that I've honestly had people ask, wait, you have sex with animals? No shit. They believe it's abusive, that it's taking advantage of someone who might not be acting up to a level of human responsibility. The other misperception is that I have some really messed up background. Like, did I have some horrible childhood trauma that made me like to have sex with animals? Well, did you? It doesn't sound like a misperception to me, buddy. It seems like you speak to a lot of people who know how to put two and two together. This screams childhood trauma and wanting to have sex with animals. So yeah, another totally competent and right for the job hire from the Biden administration. Where are they getting
This is, yeah, you're right. This is insane.
Did we just get taken down?
Oh,
nope.
No, we still up.
Back.
All right, here we go.
There's always a chance.
This is pictures of him. I took it was to music. This is him dressed up. Oh, there's a puppy dog. How you doing, you weird fucker? It's even got a red tongue. Look, yep, there we go. I should have said if you have children, don't put blindfolds on him. There he is, right there again. It's yeah. Oh, there's on the red carpet. There's yeah. I just
Dear God.
don't.
Look,
That-
and
this,
you know
this
the bad
this
thing
guy's
about
probably
giving
getting
these people.
6 figures a year at least.
Oh, easily more than that. But the fact is that this mentally ill individual, because let me explain that this isn't somebody being gay. This is somebody that's off the fucking rails. Has now been promoted to a position that some might view as they want to look up to that position. So they'll try to mimic that activity. And that's how you end up with more of this.
No, he has a degree in nuclear waste disposal. He does have a degree in that, but it's like, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm sure
that's
they
where
have.
the poop in the hallway came from. He's putting Joe in that dog suit and letting him poop on the floor.
I'm sure they had other people graduated with degrees in that.
I don't get it.
Here, wait, we got more, and there's more.
101 Sec 1 Mob.
Playboy
My
did
name
an
is
interview.
Sam Brinton, and I serve as Head of Advocacy and Government Affairs for the Trevor Project. I find freedom to be a beautiful concept. Many of my friends say that sometimes I'm a little too free. I tend to be myself. The power of freedom is that ability to be oneself isn't necessarily hindered, but is rather celebrated. I'm a gender fluid individual who walks the halls of Congress. Talk about the power of...
First off, gender cannot be fluid. Can't say, well, I'm a boy today, and tomorrow I'm a girl, and yesterday I was a chihuahua.
Well, he would like that because he identifies with them.
Well, I'm just saying, gender's not fluid. I don't know. They just.
Could you imagine if you could do that? Like get an innie and get an outie? It'd be weird.
This right here is the reason that some people go into the mental health field right here to work.
Right.
This right here.
This is what happens when parents let Joe sniff them?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, yeah. That's why he shaved his head and don't have no hair no more. Cause
I've seen this interview.
Being free every day to hear my stilettos.
Those are some pretty good shoes. Pretty cool looking shoes, just not on him.
Click on those marble floors and yet know that I deserve to be in that room just as much as anybody else.
No, you don't.
That right there. Look at it. That right there is responsible for the nuclear waste of the United States government. That's going to keep us, dispose of it correctly and make sure the bad people don't get their hands on it so they can make dirty bombs and blow us up. This right here.
Yeah.
How's that make you feel?
Fucked. I literally feel sick to my stomach.
How's that make you feel right there? That makes me feel safe.
I've been an advocate for ending conversion therapy for a very long
time. His lipstick is way too dark.
I couldn't tell if he went over his mustache.
I don't know. The mustache is, oh, God.
Time now. And state after state after state after state are signing these laws as late as this week, right? Like, we are truly watching a watershed moment where the...
You're right, Melissa. It looks like that movie Powder.
He does.
Yeah, you get that one on.
I would call him Powder if I was a congressman.
God.
Power of politics is no longer being used to hurt me, but to help me. I am proud to have just gotten married a few weeks ago. The greatest screw you to conversion therapy known to mankind. I walked down the aisle with a man who loved me as I am, and
he used past tense, if you notice that. Did you notice? He said, a man that loved him. Not loves him, but loved him. Yeah, so, I guess he don't anymore. Why
he found out it's not a woman.
Shouldn't ate the corn.
Who knew that I come with the scars of conversion therapy, but also with...
I have scars from watching this now. I'm just saying. I'm scarred now from watching it. No one... Jesus Christ.
The power and the pride that will no longer happen to another child on my watch. That's
yes, it
the power of
you're not
freedom.
in charge of that.
No.
You're only in charge of nuclear waste bitch.
Yeah, and it looks like you've been too close to it from the
Yep.
color of your skin and lack of your hair. I just can't. And Playboy did a whole interview on him. Hugh Hefner, like
He would fucking die.
he committed suicide in his casket after he was dead. He re-killed himself after he was dead. After seeing this right here, just this is what the world's coming to.
We don't have a hot nuts on this episode, Melissa.
No, there's no hot nuts on this
But
episode.
he is definitely
and
the hot
and if
nut.
there was some hot nuts on this episode, he would have probably stuck them in his mouth a couple times. Oh, that's some hot nuts in my mouth. It's so delicious.
Moving on past this nonsense. You want to do the BLM week?
Yeah. I mean, this to me, this is ridiculous here too.
Yeah, I'll do a brief thing on it. Outrage mounts after schools across the nation celebrate BLM Week of Action. One parent is concerned that Black Lives Matter political movement has a Trojan horse their way into Black history education. Schools across the nation, Black Lives Matter Week of Action. We need to actually discuss this with our children and see if this is happening, which has sparked fierce condemnation for concerned parents. I'm very concerned that Black Lives Matter political movement has Trojan horse their way into our Black history education at Webster Elementary. Once again, this is the BLM movement, not the BLM meaning, because all lives matter. But yeah, there's parents losing their shit about it, and rightfully so. You shouldn't have to sit there and be indoctrinated by CTR or CRT when you're sending your kid to school to learn their ABCs and 1, 2, 3s. There's nothing that needs to be taught about, hey, you were born white, hate yourself. That is fucking racist beyond racist. All right, what else you got?
Oh, I do have this one right here. This since we're on the psychological people with mental disorders, let's do this one right here for let's say video 4. This is an 11-year-old transgender that just got voted Time Kid of the Year and by Nickelodeon, and 11 years old. And yeah, this 11-year-old already knows that it's in the wrong body, which.
Gender students are now banned in Texas from playing on sporting teams that match their gender identity. That new law went into effect today.
So it is coming at a time when an Austin girl is receiving renewed
It's not a girl. It's a boy.
recognition for speaking out loudly against that bill and other legislation. We have KXAN's Will Dupree talking with her today and with us. So tell us a little bit about this honor that she is receiving, Will.
Yeah, Britt, right now, Time and Nickelodeon are identifying finalists for their Kid of the Year search. And one of them just so happens to be from Austin, as you mentioned. Kai Shapley has become a well-known young activist for the transgender community here in Texas. In April last year, we told you about this moment when the 11-year-old testified in front of a Texas
newscaster's a
Senate
fucking
committee
trans dude.
against
No, I don't think he's gay.
He could be gay.
I think he's just gay. That's a little boy, okay?
I love that hair, man. I'll tell you, if I had long hair.
That right there's the parents' fault. That's the parents' fault for allowing that right there. If the child wants to be gay, once it reaches a certain age of maturity, fine. It's 11 years old.
They push that shit.
Yeah, to me, this is parents that like attention, or a mom that likes attention.
a bill that would have banned certain types of medical care for transgender kids. That bill ultimately failed, but Kai's remarks in front of a panel of adults caught the attention of not only thousands on social media, but apparently Time magazine as well. This morning, Kai and her mother, Kimberly, talked to me about why they wanted to join in this political fight.
Oh, Jesus
I started
Christ.
my activism because I thought it was unfair how they were treating us. And we've seen a lot of what's going on multiple times in history.
That woman's fault right there.
I want to legitimately throw up.
If the child wants to be gay, or once it's old enough to make them decisions, mentally mature enough to decide that, do what you want to do.
Her mother's not even mentally old enough.
This child mentally don't have the capability of, no, I mean.
What they're doing is child abuse.
Yeah, that's straight up child abuse right there. This woman right there needs to be charged.
Yeah. She does.
But but what do you have? You have Time Magazine. You got Nickelodeon. Just praising this shit.
And it's just history repeating itself over and over, and it's terrible. And so I started speaking out because I wanted that to stop.
Yeah,
Kai also shared what she'd like to do in the future. She said she would like to raise cats, specifically 103.
No, she's got to be the nuclear waste person.
She wants to. Her future goals is to raise 103 cats. So where's this coming?
She got that from her mom too.
Where's this coming from? No, where's this coming from? Being an 11-year-old child that don't have the correct mental capacity to be making decisions like that. But you're gonna. That's why she wants to grow up and raise fucking cats.
Have we officially lost the nation?
You're right, Marilyn. She says 11-year-old kids don't know if they want McDonald's or pizza for dinner, much less what gender. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, like I said, then she wants to grow up and raise not 100 cats, but 103 cats. So I mean, that woman should be charged.
And even run for president one day.
Yeah. Well,
Well, at least nuclear waste specialist.
Yeah, you can be a nuclear waste specialist and put a leather dog face on stuff.
I mean, it is prettier than what we currently have as a waste management.
That's because he is only 11 years old right now.
Yeah,
he hasn't hit. This boy hadn't hit puberty yet. He started growing facial hair. He's 11 years old.
Could you imagine that little girl once the balls drop, like it walks up to you and you think it's a pretty little girl, and all of a sudden it's like, "Hey, you got a spare pack of cigarettes?" Be like, "What? What the fuck just happened?"
Yeah, it's
At the moment, though, she and her mom are
he and his mama
encouraging others, especially kids out there, to
It's
get
the
involved politically
pronouns.
because they said that other states are considering similar legislation that's already passed now here in Texas.
It's the pronouns. Do we all remember what the Iceman's pronouns are?
Big Dick Daddy with the candy balls.
Big Dick Daddy with the candy balls. Respect the pronouns. It's the stupidest shit I ever heard. This poor mentally ill child. This mom is an abusive mom. I'm sorry. She needs to go to jail.
30 years ago, she would have been incarcerated, and the child would have been placed in protective services.
15 years ago, they would have done something to her.
I don't know. That was during the Clinton administration. That's kind of when they canceled not healthcare, but the mental programs around the nation. Oh God!
All right, on to another great story, because I could beat the training horse all night long.
I bet you could beat it. We're gonna talk about some fried chicken.
Not yet. We're gonna talk about some spices though, because it's so spicy.
11 of them.
It's spicy.
Republicans are racist, end quote. Now that's the spicy statement coming from the Penzies Spice Company, and it's drawing lots of criticism online. The Wauwatosa spice maker offering up this special this weekend to quote, cheese off racist for free, end quote. Now they're giving out free spice bottles. Here's the quote. Again, these spice bottles are called China cinnamon and quote Mexican oregano and Penzies curry. That's end quote.
That sounds racist
$10
right there.
purchase. In an email to supporters directed to Republicans, the outspoken owner says, quote, the racist label is one you will deservingly wear every day you stand with them. Get used to it or maybe instead become a better person. The choice is yours. We will be here rooting for you and choose love, end quote.
Where do I get that Chinese one? I like me some Chinese food.
Anyway, that Penzies spice place like that, not long after, I'm trying to find a story on it, right after he did this and stuff like that, it didn't take very long. He was out on social media basically begging and asking for people to go buy a gift card from the spice company, because they lost like 30,000 people unsubscribed from them, and they started hitting them where it hurt, in the pocketbook.
That's the way to do it.
So that's the way to do it. I'm not I can't say I'm a Republican. I'm gonna say I'm a conservative. But they're basically talking about people like me, him. I'm not going to spend my money buying your shitty ass spices for you to call me a racist.
Can't beat Danos anyway.
You can go fuck yourself. So that's all. That ain't no Tony Chachere's.
Exactly.
That ain't no
Chachere's.
that ain't no slap your mama.
Got it, dude.
Now when when I heard slap your mama was going non-binary, so it was going to be called slap your daddy and mama, because we confused now. Well, I don't know, but I'm just saying now. But he's over here banging. Oh, y'all come buy stuff from us. We're taking a hit in the pocketbook. Good. Go fuck yourself. I don't know where this company's at. I think it's a Yankee company anyway. I mean, I don't know how great Yankee Spice can be.
Yeah, I mean, don't all those rumors about white people can't cook come from the north?
So anyway, that's that. Don't buy anything from that company right there. It's up to you. I'm not gonna buy it, and you can ask my wife. When I say I'm not gonna buy something again, I mean it.
Tony Chachere's is the best.
So we're not gonna do it. Do you want to? I know you're dying to do it. Why don't you go ahead and talk?
Because I have been accused of certain things.
About.
I'm just gonna go ahead and cover my favorite topic.
Why don't you talk about the fried chicken?
School blames Black History fried chicken menu on cafeteria worker. So before we even get into this, the cafeteria worker that designed this whole damn thing is an African American woman. She meant nothing ill by it. I love fucking fried chicken. Iceman loves fried chicken. Everybody in my house loves fried chicken.
Yeah, because tell them what you can. If they don't have one there. When you go to Cane's, what can you get at Cane's? Holstead?
Chicken and chicken on bread, and you can get chicken with fries. That's it. That's the whole fucking fast food experience. I went in there, and Iceman's like, "They got chicken." I'm like, "Yeah, but what? Like they got a hamburger?" He goes, "Chicken," and I didn't believe him. I'm like, "Ain't no way a business stays afloat just selling one fucking item."
He said, "What else they got?" He said, "What they got?" I said, "Chicken." He said, "What else they got?" I said, "Chicken on bread." He's like, I said, "They got French fries." I said, "But they just got chicken." He's like, "No." He's like, "No, they don't." Till we got up there.
Then I'm like, "Can I get honey mustard?" And he goes, "No, you can get cane sauce." They only got nothing besides. I'm like, what kind of an ideal job in high school would it be to? I mean, you can't fuck that up. It's one ingredient. I mean, Jesus. And it was delicious, let me tell y'all. Made me want to think about
did you go
down.
home and told somebody at the place that the only thing they served was chicken?
Yeah, they didn't believe me. They're like, "And what else?" And I'm like, "No, just fucking chicken." It's fucking weird, man. I wish they'd come down here though. That shit was delicious. All right, when it's not on the menu for Juneteenth, it's the star of the show during Black History Month. It's fried chicken. Wow. A Massachusetts high school issued an apology they didn't need to this week after serving up fried chicken on the first day of February as part of Black History Month's programming. I mean, it's not like she lined it up with a Colt 45 and some damn watermelon or something. She just said chicken.
Well, they were having, I think I remember writing the story. Don't they say it was something about Black culture or something like that? They were doing different or heritage type foods from the Black culture and fried chicken. Hell, I love fried chicken. He loves fried. I mean, everybody likes fried chicken. It's just delicious.
If you don't like fried chicken, you're probably an American.
So I mean, but now it's racist.
Yeah, it's so bullshit. A Massachusetts high school issued an apology as part of Black History Month programming. The head of the mostly white Xavier Brothers Catholic High School, just 25 miles outside of Boston, apologized for the incident, but blamed a black woman. So the white people attacked the black lady on Black History Month for wanting people to eat chicken.
Why blame her?
That is some shit.
It's like, well, we didn't do the menu. She did it. Well, it's a black lady. I mean, so why you apologizing? Stop fucking apologizing for shit
That's like the white ladies on the fucking elevator that started beating up the black guys screaming Black Lives Matter.
No, they were supposed to be hollering Black Eyes Matter, remember?
Yeah. We're deeply troubled and disheartened. Okay, first off, they're just going to keep going on this, and it's bullshit. She shouldn't have. Look. Once again, we can go back and forth about this, but there's certain foods out there that certain cultures enjoy. I mean, but then again, I'm a big boy. I like all food, so I ain't a picky bitch.
I'm saying that you go to different areas and they eat different stuff.
Yeah, like when I came up there.
I mean, he never had trouble with oysters and nothing like that.
Oh my God!
So I'm just saying, so different cultures, different areas eat different stuff. But I'm not going to apologize for it. I mean, that's fucking ridiculous. We done got into, like, as soon as somebody goes, oh, my feelings hurt so bad. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt your feelings. Really?
Yeah. Like this school's afraid of being canceled because somebody ate chicken.
It's just stupid. I'm so sorry. It's dumb. I can't do it.
It's ignorant. Is that it?
No. Well, we are over our time limit. Of course, we always go over time limit. But we don't really have a time limit, but because we're sponsored by us. So.
And he did get him some peanut butter jelly whiskey. Did you end up cracking that tonight?
I got it. We're going to try it in a minute. I'm glad you said something.
I wish.
Yeah, we just got to go to a commercial break right here.
The Liberty Freedom Whiskey Podcast.
Yeah, thanks for our sponsors there.
Our own damn pocketbook. I don't know. Old Iceman bought me a whole truckload of Holstera merch.
Yeah. We're just going to touch on this one real quick. As the Department of Homeland Security makes talk about COVID and election fraud, not on the way they want us to talk about it, is now terrorism. So I guess we're fucked.
Yeah, we are fucked. I've been on a watch list.
I mean, we're probably getting ready to get put on a watch list right now because this says the United States remains in a heightened threat environment. But anyway, it's basically saying that when we talk about the virus Fauci. Or fucked up Fauci or anything else they don't agree with, we are now terrorists. So,
and the one thing that
I'm not a terrorist. I love freedom.
Oh, absolutely. I love this nation.
So they're the terrorists.
But the bad thing about when they just did that, if you were found to be an active domestic or foreign terrorist, when you are taken into custody, you automatically do not have any civil rights. You are now property of the United States federal government, and they can hold you for the rest of your life with no charges. The thought that they made us saying maybe the shot don't work, maybe it does, or Trump won, it was a fraud, it was stolen. That right there, saying that, you're telling me that they can come and lock me up just as much as you could if you were Bane and you blew up a football stadium. I mean, that is ups. We're now as Americans that love this country on the same list as the people that did 9/11. Let that fucking sink in.
Hello, Roy.
Hey, Roy.
This right here. I'm gonna try this one. You see it? It's called Scatterbrain.
It's real light too.
It's very light. It is it's PB&J whiskey, peanut butter and raspberry jelly. It says spread the love. It's not 70 proof. I think it's
like a light.
Which MN? Minnesota or what?
Yes, Minnesota.
It's bottled at Universal Brands in Princeton, Minnesota. I'm not going to be able to drink this. It says, according to Surgeon General, women should not drink alcoholic beverages when pregnant. I'm identifying as a pregnant woman right now.
Nah, you're about 9 months. You'll be all right.
Not doing it, but let's. It smells very peanut buttery. I do like peanut butter flavored whiskey. Old Smoky is my favorite. We're going to take a little sippy sip of this, and We're going to try it out. We're going to try a different one every week, but it may not work out sometimes if I can't get to the store. This is coming up, we'll say coming up next week. We're going to have to go on Friday nights. This coming up Friday, because I have an extremely busy weekend with Mardi Gras and stuff going on. And
woohoo, titties!
I can make I'm going to be making lots of money in.
Showing his titties.
No, but I'm going to try it out. You ready? Smells good.
Go ahead. I thought you were going to go bottles up.
It's smooth. I can taste the peanut butter. I'm not really, my palate anyway, I'm not getting a whole bunch of the raspberry, but it is sweet. It's extremely sweet, but it's good. I mean,
it don't bite?
No, it don't have a bite at all.
Oh, shit. That's dangerous.
Yeah, it don't have a bite, but it is a sweet whiskey.
That's a good point. Where the hell is my king cake?
I haven't forgotten. I told Bam the other day, I said I got to order a king cake. 2 of them.
2 of them?
Well, I sent 2 the last time I did send, I sent 2. One for you and one for the family. Kind of like the the McRibs, right?
Delicious. I do the same thing with ice cream cake. My favorite cake is ice cream cake. And I get it every year on my birthday, and it sits in the fridge, and nobody's allowed to touch it. I literally have 2 cakes. 1 cake for the kids and the wife, 1 cake for me.
I love ice cream cake. Old Smoky should sponsor me. I don't think it'll ever happen, but they should.
No,
because they are delicious.
I agree.
But this stuff right here is it's good. I mean, I will end up drinking it, and not just letting it sit up in the thing and for emergency purposes. It is good. I don't like drinking unless it's very expensive whiskey or bourbon. I usually don't go neat with it. So
yes, Sarah.
I'm just gonna have to figure out what I want to mix with it. Sarah, what you talking about cookie cake? What happened to the nothing but bunt cake that you said was like, I don't know, an orgasm in your mouth?
No, eating cake is nothing like taking an orgasm to the mouth. I wouldn't know.
You would know. So
Jesus
you stepped in it.
Fucking damn.
You just stepped in that one.
It's raining, man.
See, Sarah said it was heaven because nothing but bunt cake. I don't know if they have anywhere else, but they're in Baton Rouge.
Yeah, they got them down.
They are freaking phenomenally delicious. Awesomeness. So, anyway, I'll say it again. Like and subscribe. Hit the bells and the whistles so you know when we do go live.
Ding.
We will be live on Liberty Freedom Whiskey next Friday, this coming up Friday. Come check us out Wednesday on the Motor Cop Chronicles podcast. We'll be live there also.
Yep, Wednesday at 8 o'clock. Well,
actually,
8:10 if this guy's in charge.
I'm supposed to talk to the guy for the Motor Cop when interview texted me while we were doing this earlier, so hopefully he'll still be up when we're done with this.
Later, Roy.
All right, buddy. So anyway, everybody come on. We'll get you one. Also, still the Etsy store is up. It's not under this name. It's under Motor Cop Chronicles podcast on Etsy. Right now, the only thing available to buy is a smartwatch, an Apple Watch band. The Motor Cop Chronicles, I have to put one up for Liberty Freedom Whiskey because we're not putting anything up there until I actually.
Yeah, we're gonna order one of everything.
I'm ordering everything I put up there that will hit for sale is something I've already ordered and looked at it because I did get a shirt in that I did, and it's okay.
I like it. He doesn't like it.
It's not. It looks better in the picture. I'm telling you. Even Bam will tell you.
I would wear it. I'll wear anything.
I did wear it, but it's not something I wasn't happy with it. I wasn't happy with the quality. I didn't like the shirt itself. I thought it was it just felt like a cheap shirt. And
well, I should get my whole Stera blanket next week. You guys be able to get one of those.
But or we could just do a blanket without his name on it
No, or we just do it with Holster because everybody just wants to wrap
But
up.
anything that'll be on the Etsy store will be merchandise that we have already purchased ourselves, because I'm not going to put up anything that just sucks, because I don't want anybody to say, oh, I went and bought this from them and it was crap. We don't make the stuff. Basically subcontract it out. So whatever we do put up there, stuff we already have. The Apple Watch bands up there, it's good quality. It looks good. Bam's got one. It came out really good. So that's the only thing up there right now. I'm still waiting for the other stuff to come in. But y'all go follow it or something so when other stuff does come in. Other than that, stay free. Don't comply.
You know what you could do?
What?
If they bought two of them because they come in twos, left side, right side, you could have one side say Liberty, Freedom, of Whiskey, and the other side say Motor Cop Chronicles.
Yeah, I could make one like that too. But I know their quality's good, so that they're up there. So until Friday of next week or Wednesday when y'all come back for the Motor Cop Chronicles podcast, don't forget to check out Sunday or Monday morning. They'll have an audio one out of Motor Cop also. So anyway, stay free, don't comply, be safe.
Love every one of you.
We're out. Stay free. Never give in.